Welcome to part 3 of P&O AURORA's Spain and France cruise. And we are waking up in a very warm Bilbao. So we decided today that we were going to go separate ways. We headed off to the Guggenheim Museum and the boys headed off to the Mamés Stadium. After a very short walk along the river, we reached the very impressive museum building. And we were greeted by a dog, a cat, I think it's a Westie. To the left of the building are accessible steps, which take you to very impressive outside sculptures. The building itself is incredibly impressive with such a unique design and surrounded by beautiful, tranquil waters. Anyone spot this guy? We decided not to go into the museum itself because there was lots to do and see outside, and we also wanted to explore the town. And the unique display of sculptures extend right around the building. Continuing on, we were greeted by the most impressive city centre with a huge amount of shops. After much walking, we came across the Palais de Chavari. So we've just left the girls to go and do a bit of shopping. They've gone into Sephora, and the boys have gone to the stadium. They're doing a stadium tour, so they've sent us some footage and it looks like they're having a good time. But we're just taking the views in and just having a little sit. How are you, Gar?
I'm desperately trying not to wet myself.
Quick shopping haul. Sephora.
My beauty blush.
How much was that?
28 euros.
Bargain.
Paid.
The boys had reached the San Mamés Stadium. As they hadn't booked, they opted for the self-guided tour.
All the trophies that Bilbao have won over the years. A few more than Crystal Palace.
Leave me, baby, don't wanna fall again.
All in all, the boys reported that they had the most amazing time. There was so much to do and see. And what they were really impressed with was that they were the only English speakers in the entire stadium, but the tour guide made an extra effort to interpret everything into English for them. So, how much did it cost?
Another British restaurant in the city of Bilbao. Famous Wiltshire Churchill's got his pub here, although we can't go in it because it's closed.
Shame.
In the city of Bilbao, somehow, little old Swansea has got their own cafeteria with the badge on it. Mon the Swans.
And after a fantastic day at Bilbao, we were ready to head back to the ship for another sail away party at the Riviera pool. And as we passed the impressive Sky Princess,
Look out! They're playing it for us! The Princess Boat ship! Did you hear that? We'll get back in a minute. Will. They're just saying we love you, and we'll see you in Southampton on the 8th.
Hey guys, Howard here. Just wanted to let you know that we've got a great view of the planes coming in here in the port of Bilbao. Let's take a look.
and we said goodbye to Bilbao. And it was time to get our dancing feet back on. Before heading for bed. Walking through the town of La Rochelle, and it's Saturday and they've got markets everywhere. I do like a market. This is so completely different to where we've been the last couple of days. Obviously we're in a different country, we're in France, but look at the beautiful buildings, the architecture. And what you will notice, I think more than anything else, is that there's absolutely no sound of traffic anywhere. There's no noise pollution. Going to the indoor market now. All of this fresh food really was a feast for the eyes. This really is incredibly beautiful. With lots of little cafes and restaurants, there's no shortage of anywhere to eat and drink. So we continued on to the towers, whilst taking in the impressive views. They're very impressive from the distance, but even more impressive up close. And while we decided not to go all the way up, we just got to the entrance and we were still greeted with some impressive views. But you can't come to France and not have a crepe. This was divine, and as we headed back to the coach we took in some more views. Back on board we had a quick snooze and got ready for celebration night.
You say that you need me, say you need me. You'll always be mine, and I feel it. Glad all over this summer, glad all over, baby. Glad all over, glad you're mine.
So it's the morning of our final sea day and we're tired and ready to relax. And after a soothing dip in the hot tub, we were ready to make the most of the last day on the ship. Starting with a few laps of the promenade deck. One lap is exactly 3.2 of a mile, and given all of the cakes and scones and cocktails, we were ready to do quite a few laps. Then it was time for our final evening meal and a fantastic show of gratitude to all the staff. Then it was time for a final game of Uno and a nice stroll around the ship to take in the final views of the beautiful terrace. And after a final fantastic sleep, it was ready to disembark the beautiful Aurora. Disembarkation took 20 minutes. And this time we didn't leave any cases behind.